Hi, I'm Ron with Amazing Mile Marker Stops, and we're in Yorktown, Virginia on the Chesapeake Bay. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The rain has pretty much stopped finally. We've been here since yesterday, and it's been raining since last night. It's still overcast. You can see behind me, not the prettiest day in the world, but at least it didn't rain. So we're getting ready to get underway and go pull into Yorktown. First, we're going to go over to that fuel dock and get some fuel, and then we'll leave from there and go across the river to Yorktown.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong.
Well, we made it to Yorktown. There's the Elixir. We're the only boat in the marina. The marina's kind of, you rock and roll here. Let's put it that way. So anyway, but we're here. As you can see, the rain did not go away. As soon as we got underway, it came back. It's not raining very hard. As you see, I'm walking out in it. It's just drizzling, but it is raining. So tomorrow's supposed to be better, and we'll go see the sights in Yorktown. I'm just super excited to be here in Yorktown. As soon as the decision was made for us to come into the Chesapeake Bay, the first place I looked for was Yorktown. I'm kind of a history buff. There's a lot of history happened here in Yorktown, and so I said, can we take a boat to Yorktown? I want to know. And sure enough, there's a marina right here. You can also anchor out or take one of the mooring balls out there and come visit Yorktown. This is really where we won our independence. Back in 1781, George Washington, along with the French, came here with about 15,000 troops, and they laid siege on General Cornwallis, who was here with about 7,000 troops. General Cornwallis was the main army that was campaigning in the colonies. They laid siege on the town of Yorktown for about 14 days. And once they started their campaign of a bombardment, it went non-stop, around the clock, 24 hours a day. They did not let up. If you were a British soldier in here, all you heard all day long, all night long, was the boom of cannons and then the explosion of cannonballs, and it just had to be horrifying. After 14 days, Cornwallis knew his men were defeated. He was not going to be able to hold Yorktown, and so he tried to escape his troops across the river to Gloucester Point, but a storm blew in just at that time and started sinking all the little boats that were going across and killing his men, so he had to surrender. Once he surrendered to the American forces, then that was pretty much it for the British. So they started peace talks, they negotiated terms, which took, I think, about another year and a half. So the war didn't actually end until 1783. But this is where it started, right here in Yorktown.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane.
Yorktown has a free trolley system that just does loops all day long. Some days there's one trolley running. Other days, like today, there's 2 trolleys running to speed up the time. And it's free. You don't pay anything. You just get on it, ride as long as you want, get off, get back on, all day long. So no need to take the bikes over. We left them on the boat, and the trolley goes to everywhere we want to go see. So pretty much anything you need to do in Yorktown, you can get to it by a trolley. And that's pretty cool.
So we're waiting for the trolley, and it should be here within a few minutes. And here comes the trolley.
Reaching for the grand, this willow's a line. We lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreaming.
So we're at the American Revolutionary Museum in Yorktown, and we're gonna go inside and check it out. It's supposed to have a lot of really cool exhibits, so we're gonna go see what it looks like. They've got some reenactors here that are also kind of like guides. They give you information, and they just told us that this tent that I'm standing in front of, that 6 men slept in this tent. Each tent like this had 6 men sleeping in it. You can see how little it is. They got real cozy back then, I can tell you that.
Soldiers were also expected to maintain clean-shaven appearances, so razors would have been something the soldiers would have had access to and were required to have.
Ready, and then 3 commands. Make ready, take aim, punch. Make ready! Okay? Hard! So we're going to do a maneuver called a wheel. On a wheel, we're going to swing like a door. Now, it's critical that we're nice and tight, so you stand fast. We're going to dress down here to the right. To the right, dress! And scoot in a little bit closer together, because we don't want to run into the fence over there. All right, so you're like the hinge on a door. You're critical. You don't move from that spot. The rest of us, when I give the command, we'll start marching in a big, like a big door, swinging this way until we're facing our threat over there, all right? You guys, little steps, you don't have far to go. You'll have to stretch it out a little bit on the end, all right? Impress me. To the right, wheel, march! Start swinging, 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 swinging. Looking good, looking good. Looking good. Hold. Dress over to the right a little bit. These guys get a little bit compressed here. Dress over a little bit. Dress over, dress over, dress over. There you go. To the right about. Pipes. All the way around. Now, we're going to bring it together. Here we go. To the front. March. March, march. Keep it together. Stay together. Charge. Bayonet.
Daniel Morgan, Brigadier General in the Continental Army.
No rest for the weary, boys. We're going retreat to Saratoga and we're to give chase.
Okay, so we just came out of the American Revolution Museum at Yorktown. This thing was awesome. Y'all got to come see it. But don't do what we did. We took half a day to come here, and we just had to breeze past a whole lot of stuff. When you come, expect to spend the whole day here. They do have a little cafeteria here. If you don't want to bring a sack lunch, you can get something to eat at the cafeteria. But trust me, come in the morning and spend the whole day. It was fantastic. They had, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 movies that you could watch. 2 of them in like formal theaters. One of them was one of those theaters that's 180 degrees around you. The seat shook when the cannons fire and smoke and lights flashing and everything, like you were right there in the battle. It was really cool. Then they had live reenactments outside. We got to see them shoot an actual musket gun, and man, that thing was loud. But even louder was we got to see them fire off a cannon, a 6-pounder, and it was horrendously loud. It was cool. And then we got to go around a little farm they had out there, showing you how people actually lived back in those days. It is just really fun. What did you think?
They had some kind of like a interactive game type thing where you can be part of the battle, and it's laid out on a table in front of you, but it was all like touch, like a computer touch type thing. You didn't have pieces you moved, you just touched it. And let's see, they had a nice gift shop.
Yep.
And all of the reenacting people were very friendly and very informational. They had a lot of information, and they even got you involved in trying to get you ship
marching drill.
Marching drill.
I'm out of shape from my days in the Navy. I couldn't remember the commands. So anyway, it was a lot of fun, and we're looking forward. We're gonna hit some more museums tomorrow, and we'll let y'all know what those are like. But y'all need to come to Yorktown. This place is really cool.
And if you come by your boat, the trolley is free, and it will bring you right here to the museum.
Yep.
Yes. I'm short.
You're there somewhere. What'd you think?
It was nice, and they had
a helicopter come by. They always come by when we're talking on the camera. I think they do it on purpose.
Visit amazing mile marker stops.